back from the dead.
Hello and welcome to a video where I'm going to be making a hologram effect in HitFilm. So as you can see, I've got some footage of a person looking slightly crazy because he's typing in midair. I'm just going to expand this to fit the frame. And there you can see typing in midair. Here I've got a recording of the keyboard on an Android tablet. This probably isn't the best keyboard to use. I would use the normal keyboard if I was doing this again, just because it will show the Lego figure's face as well. Now I just need to trim it all so that it fits, and then we'll be able to get onto the effect. Now that I've successfully trimmed everything, it looks slightly weird having just the screen floating in front of his face. So we're going to apply some effects. Go to the Effects tab and search for Find Edges. There you can see we found it, and just drag it onto the keyboard or whatever you want to turn into a hologram. Now we need to find the tint effect. Drag that on as well. And change the matte black to a matte white to whatever kind of colour you want your hologram to be. I'm going to have a green hologram, but you can use any colour you really want to. You want to turn your dimension to 3D for this layer, not for the other one, just this one, and change the blend mode to add, and it's already looking a bit more like a hologram. In the transform section, you might want to move the position around and change the scale a bit. But the important bit is the rotation. There are 3 rotation axes, and you want to rotate it 180 degrees on the y-axis, so that the keyboard is actually facing the person who's typing on it. If you recorded your footage backwards for some reason, then you won't have to do this. And even though it doesn't really look like he's actually typing on it, you get the idea. But it still isn't done. It doesn't look really like a hologram. So there's a couple more things we need to do. Back in the Effects tab, I've already created a preset called hologram, and if we drag that on, you can see it has all of the effects plus a couple more. I'm just going to delete find edges and tint because we already have those. You can shift click to select more than one at a time, and then once you have, right click and click create preset to create the preset, and then you won't have to do that ever again. Just drag it on and then you're done. Mess around with the colours and the brightness and contrast till it looks like what you want it to. And that looks about right for me. I'm going to add some special kind of effects to make it look a bit more like it's, you know, fading in and out. So I'm going to start it off with -100 contrast, and then a couple of frames later it goes to 100. That way it looks like it's flickering into existence. I probably could have put it a bit further apart, but this is just a tutorial. If I was doing this in an actual movie, I would do this a little bit differently, especially with shooting the footage. I'm going to do a similar kind of thing with the brightness, but I'm going to kind of move it around periodically instead of just at the beginning. And this will create a nice pulsating effect. Now I'm going to do a similar thing that we just did with the brightness, with the rotation on the axes, so it's kind of floating around a little bit. Again, this is just to show what you can do. If I was actually making this in a movie, I would probably do less of these things and make it a bit more subtle. And there you have it. Nice simple hologram. I'm just going to quickly copy and paste these so that I don't have to do them again. And it will keep moving. Unlike other software, you don't need to copy the actual keyframes. You just need to right click where you want them and then click paste. I'm also going to paste these a little bit further along as well. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Back from the dead.